The National Robotarium's aim, in a nutshell, is to enable more people to use more robots more of the time. That's quite a grand mission. Specifically, we're looking to de-risk projects, to de-risk the mass adoption of robotics and allow people to trust in robotics that they are going to be dependable and deployable.
We started almost from day one with a group of 3 robotics companies. That's grown over the last 18 months, and now we support 12 robot companies growing and developing here in the National Robotarium, and another 5 that aren't actually resident with us, but we work with them hand in glove to try and make them successful.
Moving to the Robotarium came at a pivotal moment for our company, where we were looking to move from kind of early stage prototypes to kind of starting to develop a certifiable and kind of industry ready version robot. And when you're building a device that requires a lot of testing and instrumentation, and so it was first and foremost ideal for us to have that here in the Robotarium. The exposure that it came from it has been fantastic.
I've got to know the businesses and the operations of those businesses here really well. And it means that myself and the team here can essentially act as an external business development arm. We can funnel opportunities their way. And it means that we can really create that supply chain.
It's widely acknowledged that over the next 5 to 10 years there's going to be a torrent of new opportunities around robotics. We're seeing the technology move at great pace. Almost every day there's some new advance. We're seeing the applications move at great pace, and we're seeing new products coming onto the market all the time. So a key question for the UK is, do we want to be a consumer of all of this, or do we want to have economic growth as well as consumption?
So whether you need to collect samples in grain silos, or you need to kind of inspect nuclear power plant, sludges, and I think there's plenty of examples of dangerous environments where as humans it's not safe to go into. We simply need robots to fulfill these roles.
We need to bring the UK back up to the global robotics curve. We have the challenges in this country, we have the innovative spirit. What we need to do is ensure that we have a stable supply chain and robotics sector in this country that is answering some of society's and the economy's biggest challenges. We've really got an opportunity to be the home of a robotics revolution and to be at the forefront of that next industrial revolution.
I would really kind of encourage the Scottish and UK government to just promote a lot of this, because there's probably a lot of other missing opportunities of thriving technologies and companies in the rest of the UK, just because the right industrial manufacturing and development infrastructure isn't in place in their area.
So we want to develop an agency for robotics in the UK, informed by industry and academia.
To deliver a network of up to 10 national Robotariums scattered around the country, bringing regional growth, but also with some of them focusing on specific areas like, for example, the health service. Around that, to then over time grow clusters of supply chain, teaching, skills development, so we grow out from each of the National Robotarium's clusters around robotics. And then to use that as a way to get the UK into manufacturing robotics. That's where the real economic benefit is.
We know that our startups and the startups that we're supporting need a manufacturing base, or we're going to lose them to overseas territories that do have that manufacturing base.
And then finally, to make sure that we keep that linked tightly to research and development that's going on across our university network, so that we're pulling through each of the generations of technology advancement, and in particularly looking at how robots and people will live together in the future.